How much does it cost to import a micro welder into Canada? A lot of people want to know how much does it cost to import equipment, especially micro welders, into Canada because permanent jewelry is all the rage. So today I'm going to share with you an actual customs brokerage invoice for one single micro welder imported into Alberta. In this particular case, we had sold a Zap welder for $1,345 Canadian plus GST of $67.25. We offered a slight discount of 5%. Our company covers shipping and customs clearance for all welders. So the customer paid an equivalent of, Canadian $1,412.25, all in, to her door. If she had purchased the welder directly from the factory or from an American distributor, it would have cost her a total of $1,650.16 Canadian. That is $1,380 for the welder, which is listed at $1,000 US, and at the time of the purchase, the exchange rate was 1.38. And then $61.25 US for UPS ground shipping from Utah to Alberta. That ends up being $84.52 Canadian. And then $111.70 for entry prep fee, which is really the paperwork to do customs clearance for you. And then $7 bond fee and $5.94 GST for the brokerage, the prep fee, bond fee. And she would have had to pay $69 GST for the welder, resulting in a total of $1,658.16. So, had she imported the welder herself, she would have had to pay $245.91, more than she did buying it through us. And this amount you have to keep in mind for most things that you are importing into Canada. There are prep fees and other fees, even if there is no duty. I realize that we covered the cost of shipping and also extended a slight discount of $35, so a total savings of $119.52. But the customs prep fee, bond fee, and GST for the prep fee amounted to an additional $126.39, which is just for the paperwork. There's a lot of confusion because of the free trade agreement, which used to be called NAFTA and has been renamed USMCA, which stands for USA, Mexico, and Canada. And in this agreement, basically what it says is a lot of the machinery and equipment manufactured within these three countries, it is duty-free for these countries to import. So duty-free as in there's no customs duties, but there are a lot of hidden expenses and fees that people don't expect until the equipment has arrived at customs for clearance. I want to declare that I'm a wholesaler of jewelry, chains, and components, as well as a distributor for Sunstone Engineering's line of micro welders. And I'm located in Toronto, Canada. For all the American orders or customers' welder orders, they are shipped directly from Sunstone's factory in Utah. And for all the Canadian and also international orders, the welders are shipped. We clear customs, bring it to Toronto, and we ship from Toronto, Canada. And the prices that you see online include, if you're in the US and in Canada, includes all customs clearance and handling, as well as shipping for welders. So that gives you an idea. And if you are located anywhere outside of Canada, US, we ship all over the world. You can email us to get shipping quotations. All you have to do is email us with your postal address from home in your home country, and we'll get that information to you and anything else that you need. I'm going to leave more information below with that. For today, I'm going to focus on how much it will cost you to import welder and equipment from the US into Canada by yourself. I have a customs invoice for one single Zap welder plus brander pliers through customs going to Alberta. Normally I import 20 to 30 welders all at once, and then I ship from there. But in this case, because I was just sold out of the Zap welders, and I didn't want the customer to wait for me to get it and then for me to ship it out. So it was to save her an extra 4 days or so. So I had it directly drop shipped from Sunstone to Alberta, and I got this invoice. I covered the shipping and customs clearance, so that's why I have it, and I'm going to share it with you. For larger importers like myself, the fees are on a sliding scale. So for me, 20 to 30 welders, usually that would mean about $200 to $350, which seems like a lot, but divided over 30 welders, that's only about $10, $12. It's a huge savings from $111, $124. I only pay something like $10, $15. In my case, I pass that on to the savings onto my customers. So you'll see when you look at it, that other than the exchange rate, there isn't a whole lot more, or if you're buying it locally versus anywhere else from their listed price. Unless you are importing all the time, people don't know that there are hidden fees, a lot of extras, and they're surprised by it. A customer of mine actually notified me that she paid almost $100 for the prep fee. For a carrying case, that cost only $120, and she bought it off of Amazon.ca. So it's a Canadian site. Anyway, so just to let you know, when you're purchasing anything online, try to figure out where exactly they are shipping from. And if it is across the border, whether or not they cover customs and duties and clearance. In our case, we do that. For anything that is going to the US or going to Canada, we take care of all that. And not very many people do, because unless you're doing it in huge volume, it gets really costly. And if you are importing from any country outside of US and Mexico into Canada, expect that there will be, for things like welders, an extra customs charge of 5 to 8.5%, depending on the country it's coming from. Most carriers like UPS, FedEx, and DHL would include the cost of customs brokerage into their prices, the shipping, if it is air freight. The problem is air freight is so much more expensive than ground freight, especially for large packages. So it's like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Make our lives a lot more simple and provide great service. All of our shipments within Canada and the US, we offer, it is already included any sort of customs clearance and handling. We try our very best for any sort of welders, that includes shipping, and we try our very best to offer fast shipping, turnaround, as well as the best service. If you have any questions, I hope you found this useful, please comment in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are. And if you know of any sort of loopholes, please share with us.